It is time to prepare to trade the best setups at the best prices. Tonight's game plan is going to be very simple. I'm going to be going over the new key levels of interest on where we are planning to trade at heading into tomorrow. Key levels to go long, buy call options, key levels to go short, buy put options. How to determine and confirm if the overall trend is bullish or bearish, and how to determine and confirm where the trend reversals are going to occur. We are planning to finish out this week very, very strong within the green with tonight's simple game plan. In terms of last night, as I was making the game plan, if you watched the video to the end, you guys are well aware that I decided to buy ES futures once again. I ended up rebuying at 6951, which was towards the exact lows of the futures hours trading session. And then into the morning, we got a massive spike on ES and SPY, and those contracts went up over 20 plus points. Then at market open, we had 0 date options trade on SPY where we bought put options and added to the win, which doubled the gains. And those puts went up over a 300% plus profit return we made on that. Then, if you've been watching the overall videos, you guys are all well aware. I gave you two levels, but one, very, very specific, was an automated buy level. And an automated level is a level that is predetermined and pre-confirmed, meaning since it's automated, once the level hits, we just get in on the trade and let the trade play out and set the profit stops to ensure that we don't go green to red. And that level that I explicitly said in terms of this week's game plan was 685. I made it very, very clear that if you were to buy calls at 685, the market should have a phenomenal spike first at 685, and it should be the best overall trade this week to buy calls, as I had rated it our most oversold upgraded level to buy calls. So if you decided to buy calls at our automated level to buy calls, you would have been in and you would have been out with a very nice profit. We absolutely crushed on the day. We had many, many wins. I'm going to be going over all of the trades towards the end of this game plan. First things first, let's get straight into the analysis. So, in terms of the SPY, this is what we are setting up for. I don't think that we're setting up for an overall very, very bearish close. I do think the market will give back some gains, a little bit of gains, potentially into the close. Do I think we're going to have like this strong bearish closing day? I don't think so. So, in terms of the weekly chart, one of the signals that the weekly chart is giving is that the market can potentially close in between like 687 to 689. Basically, it's signaling that the market is going to try to close either like this towards 689 or potentially slightly in the middle like this, slightly lower towards 680, 650, right around there, right? So basically, the weekly chart is attempting to either close like a trend reversal uptick like this at 689 or a trend reversal in the middle. And then, if anything, it just closes stronger. So basically, I don't think we're going to have a strong bearish overall close. We're either going to kind of close like this at 689, or we're going to potentially close towards like 680, 650, or if anything, we have a strong overall close. But regardless, the market should try to drop and give back a little bit of gains into the close. But in terms of like the weekly chart candle, I think it's likely going to look something like this, where it's just the trend reversal in the middle, or just how it looks right now towards 689. Or if anything, we get a strong bullish overall move, but then we get back a tiny bit of gains, right? So basically, this is what I'm seeing off the weekly chart. The least likely outcome is a strong bearish closing week. We're either going to close trend reversal candle like this or slightly lower in the middle, 680, 650, or we close bullish and start pumping back towards that 690s, lower 690 range, and then a small pullback into the close. That's where I stand on the weekly chart foundation. Now, we're going to keep on dissecting and get very, very surgical on this overall chart so you know exactly what to look for, what to expect, how to trade, and everything like that, right? But like I said, the weekly chart pattern with all these trend reversal signals and the red green based off of what I looked historically, the least likely outcome is a bearish closing week. The most likely outcomes are either a trend reversal bullish closing week in between 689 to 687 or a strong bullish overall week above the 690s. Regardless, we should have a small little pullback towards the close. That's where I stand on the weekly chart. Now, we're going to get into the daily chart, then we're going to get into the 10-day, 30-minute chart pattern, right? And as we keep on dissecting and getting very, very surgical throughout the time frames, right? So we start off with the macro first, like to use the weekly, like to use the daily candlesticks, then I go into the 10-day, 30-minute chart. The further the video goes on, because again, I'm doing this raw, unfiltered, unscripted, literally calling out all the patterns and everything that I'm seeing with very little, if none, preparation for most videos, beforehand, right? This is all raw, live, unfiltered on the spot. So for those of you who stay to the end, not only do you get the best game plan, but you get to see my process on how I create what it is that I create, how I see the market, stuff like that, right? That's what the weekly chart was signaling. So the further we get into the video, the more accurate the information gets. So I truly do save the best till the end. A lot of people weren't aware that the best level to buy calls was at 685. I literally said it's an automated level. No other levels were automated levels besides 687. I did mention 687 was very, very strong, but in terms of the automated level, it was really 685. That was the absolute best household name automated level, which was the exact lows twice today, 4 calls. So if you didn't hit it for the first time because you don't have your price alerts set on the automated level, which doesn't make sense if it's automated level, you need to set price alerts, you couldn't hit the second time. Losing genuinely a personal choice. There's no other channel in history or existence is telling you to buy calls at 685 automatically with a fucking blindfold on and you'll print. And that was the level I've given you. I didn't say for any other levels on calls like automation. That was a literally automated level. So losing genuinely a personal choice. ES spiked 20 points. It puts it open for 300%. It's endless unlimited winning. Now, in terms of what the daily chart is signaling, this is what the daily chart is signaling. So, in terms of the daily chart, we have this red pin facing up. So basically, one thing this is signaling is that the market is going to try to be a little bit bearish if we do gap down. And right now we are having a small gap down. So it is kind of signaling that one of the best things to do is to look for an opportunity on puts. And I'm going to be explaining to you the new levels for puts. So you know, if we do end up gapping up, then it's going to try to be an overall bullish breakout and then drop into the close. If we gap down, then I'm focused on buying puts at overbought levels and then calls at oversold levels. So basically what I'm seeing on the daily chart, look, it doesn't get more simple than this. So look, if we gap up, we're going to look for calls towards higher levels and then puts towards higher levels. If we gap down, we're going to look for puts towards lower levels and calls towards lower levels, right? So I'm going to be giving you levels for both of those game plans. It really is reliant on the gap up or the gap down, and then the key levels that I'm about to give you with confirmations, right? So that's what the daily chart is signaling. Daily chart signals that if SPY gaps up, we have a little gap and go. Higher levels for calls are good. And then we have a nice little drop into the close. Market gives back some gains. If SPY gaps down, we're going to focus on much lower in oversold levels for calls, and we're going to be focused on much lower levels for puts, right? So let's get into those levels now that you understand what the daily chart is signaling. That's based off of this right here and then this day, and just so many similarities like this right here and this day, right? So right now the market's having a gap down. So if we do end up having this gap down, I mean, we've already dropped 685. Man, dude, that game plan that I posted this week told you all you have to do is set a price alert, buy calls, set a profit stop when the market hits 685. It's an automated level. That was the exact lows multiple times, bullish engulfing here, green, red, green here. What more can you want? There's no other channel in existence that told you to automatically buy calls. We have levels for calls, we have levels for puts, but in general, they're just levels. Some of the levels have strategies, but you have to use confirmations. But when it comes to automation, and there was really no other automation at 685, however, I did say like 687 was very, very strong. You're going to want to just get in. But dude, 685, that was the household name level. And look at this. It's been printing all day, all day, all day. If someone bought calls at a higher level and somehow lost money, dude, if they didn't make it all back and more at 685, this is not for them. Because 687, that was a higher level that worked. 685 was the exact bottom. The levels work. especially the automated ones and the lower oversold levels, which is what I told you. The best thing you can do this week is just buy calls at oversold levels. So, in terms of our new levels of interest, what we're going to do is we're going to clear all this out and we're going to keep this very simple. This is going to be a very simplified game plan, right? So, let's get straight into it. So the previous closing price is going to be one of the best levels to trade at heading into tomorrow, which is going to be 689.30, right? Now, another level that we need to be very focused on is our break and retest levels for puts right here, 691.66 and 693 to 693.60 zone, right? So if the market gaps down, there's going to be three main levels for puts. So again, this is if we're opening up below the previous closing price. This is going to be a level for puts. This is going to be a level for puts. And this is going to be a zone for puts, right? So these are our levels for puts. You wait for a bearish confirmation. You go short. That's mainly if the market does gap down. Now, even if we do gap up, the market is going to try to drop first for quick scalps, even if it pushes higher. Specifically, this is a very strong level of consideration for puts at 691.60, also right here at 693.60. So if the market gaps down, we're going to be eyeing puts at a lower level, and we're still interested in the higher levels as well, but we're eyeing at a lower level. Gap close reversal, 689.30. When it fills the gap, it'll try to drop first, have a little reversal, right? If the market gaps up or opens up flat, we're going to be looking more towards those higher levels at 691.50, strong break and retest level, and 693.60. 691.50 is highly favored basically whenever the market decides on a gap down. If the market hits, 689, those puts that are 689 that go out of the money should drop. SPYs should drop and they should go straight back to the money. Not saying it's going to keep on dropping and dropping and going lower, but what I am saying is if someone bought a put, if the market gap down and they bought a 689 put that was barely out of the money, it should quickly go back in the money, even if the market pushes higher, right? And if they set profit stops, they don't go green or red. And the same thing, and this is very, very strong, high confidence. I would even say if the market gap down, that this could be considered an automation level, 691.50, which is actually one of my most confident levels for put options on a gap down. 691.50 is absolutely superior, and I would say it's genuinely one of the best levels for puts if we do gap down. And another great level is this 693 mid-ish zone, right? So you have your best levels for puts if the market gaps down, right? And on all three of those levels, the puts that barely go out of the money should quickly go back in the money. So if you get in, you get out, you set profit stop, you should bank. Um, so those are your key levels for puts. Now, if the market does gap down, where are we interested in actually buying calls at? So, very interested in calls towards some lower levels, right? So we got one level right here that I'm eyeing. We got a very nice break and retest level right here that has not been tested during normal trading hours. You can see it's actually already bottoming and reacting bullish. 686, 1 point above the automated level where I told you to buy call options. It's like, dude, if people finished red today, they didn't buy calls at 685. It's like, I genuinely don't understand how someone could be red when the market hits the best level to buy calls where you're supposed to just automatically get in. You don't even have to know how to trade or what confirmations to look for. All you have to do is buy it and the shit worked twice. Like, dude, if someone had an L before that and they're not able to flip green on a trade that where you buy calls at 685 and it goes up 4 points twice, I would say trading's genuinely not for them because there's not another channel in existence who told you to automatically buy calls at 685 and put their household name on it. It's like, dude, I put everything on that level. I didn't say anything about any other level like how I said it like that because it was an automated level. Automated levels are very, very rare. It's very, very rare to say, look, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to get in. I don't need a confirmation because it's already confirmed. That was only at 685 explicitly, right? So if you want those crazy best levels where you just can't ever be fucking red, I would tell people those automated levels that are very, very rare. And if the market gaps down, I would say there is some automation consideration at 691 for puts for a quick scalp in and out. 691.50 puts are highly favored. Once those 691 puts go out of the money, they should go in the money. This level is highly favored. I like this a lot for calls. This 686, very, very strong level to be buying calls. Strong breakout, retest. The break and retest already worked during extended hours. So once we hit that level during normal trading hours, it's going to be phenomenal. And our next lower level for calls, oh my gosh, dude. This is we are at peak market now, folks. It does not get more simpler, more easier than this. Oh my gosh, look at this, man. This is peak market, man. That's it. Those are the levels. So simple. Oversold levels for calls. Look at this. Break and retest. Look at this. Resistance, breakout, retest, bullish day. Resistance, breakout, retest, bullish attempt already. Dude, we're setting up for a futures trade. We're setting up for a phenomenal market open trade. Oh my gosh, by the time the market opens, we're going to be at some peak trades. But even during the futures hours trading session, man, we could be setting up a trade to go long right now. So look, this right here, you want another automated level? The last automated level that I told you to buy was 685. That was the only one. And I did hint that 687 was very strong. And look, 687 worked. If you bought at 687, the price went to 690. You would have been green. If you held the trade when it dropped, and you sold it when it went up, you would have been green. If you set a profit stop when you're green, it would have been green. It's like, dude, both the levels worked. 687 worked. It doesn't matter that it dropped. You hold the trades. 685 was the bottom, best level, the automated level. Losing's a personal choice. So if you want to know your two best levels for calls, you need to be buying at 686, 1 point above our previous automated level. And this is going to be our new automated level. So I think 686 is a very strong level. I do think it could be an automated level. But in terms of our genuine best automated level, I would say, man, 680, 160 is peak. But also, man, this 686 is fucking, dude, this is legendary, man. Fucking calls it 686. Look phenomenal. It's already working out phenomenal to go long on ES. I'm getting ready to make another futures trade here shortly. But going long at 681 too. This looks phenomenal. Here, let's see. Should I give out one more? Let's see. All right, I'll give you a bonus one. So we can even call this a zone, but yeah, this is oh man, this already kind of played out to an extent. So look, we'll just call it a 1 point zone. 683 to 681.50. We'll go to 1.5 zone. That's all peak. Let me zoom out of this here real quick. So, man, oh my gosh, dude. Fucking peak life. Oh, man. Fucking limitless. All right. So, right here, the 683 to 681.50 best zone for calls, 681.50 to 683. This literally best level for call 686, dude. This level, Fox. Oh my gosh. So if we open our fucking eyes and turn our brains on, we're gonna see that the stock market is actually doing the same thing as February 23rd, which means we're setting up for a futures trade. We're also setting up for literally the best fucking trending trade at market open. So tomorrow's market open session is literally gonna help define the trend. Tomorrow's market open session is gonna be peak. You have to fucking trade this, dude. Market open session tomorrow is peak fucking energy and alignment. Um, so look what's going on. What's going on is we're gonna win. We're gonna be right. Losing's a personal choice. Um, sideways uptrend, sideways uptrend, drop, drop. Oh my fucking no! You know what? Let's restart that. Oh my gosh, dude, we are so peak right now. The vibes are fucking immaculate. The amount of winning that I'm having visions of is fucking amazing. Look at this. Sideways uptrend, sideways uptrend. You with me? Looks fucking identical. Sideways drop, peak, double top, massive sell off, double top, massive sell off. You see this? You see this range right here? This is where I bought ES at the lows. Look at that. SPY spike 2 points, ES spike 20 fucking points, peak, bought at the exact lows. Still have people bitching, whining, complaining. They're like, dude, you bought at the lows and only went up 20 points. Well, I'm like, if you read your shit, I bought at the exact lows, spiked 20 fucking points. My auto buy level at 685 was exact low. How are you red? I bought ES at the lows, puts went up 300% at open. 685 was automated buy level. What more do these people want? There's no other channel in existence that doesn't how to do it. Massive drop, massive drop. I think we can all sit here and agree that this looks fucking identical. We're all gonna print, we're all gonna win, and we all fuck. So massive drop, massive drop, and then look, the fucked up crunch, dude. Nobody says it how I says it. And then look what's going on. The break, the retest, the bullish trend. The break, the retest, the bullish trend, SPY bottom at the break and retest. It's forming higher support. This previous resistance right here at 687 is now reacting as a floor with some dojis coming in. Dude, I think if we all open our eyes and turn our fucking brains on, I would say that we're setting up for a spike. So, in terms of the most aligned pattern that I'm seeing, and I might have to make a futures trade here soon. I'm going to be watching the market all night. This could actually play out. I still think morning's going to be peak time to trade. But futures is also going to be a very important time to trade as well, because this morning trade that I'm talking about could actually play out during the futures hours trade. So I might just have to get in and hold this shit soon. Dude, with this doji that just formed, I'm literally about to pull the fucking trigger. And look at this, man. Look at this doji right here. Massive move up. Doji right here, massive move. Dude, fuck it. I'll do it right now. Fuck it. I'll do it just because it's just everything's just peak. Winning is peak. Energy is fucking peak. Like everything, dude. I haven't had one loss on futures this year. All my trades on futures last year were all fucking wins. Like almost all fucking wins. Like over 90% win rate. Why stop now? Fuck it. I'm gonna get it on ES right now. I was just buying this shit at 6,950. Now I'm gonna get in at fucking 6,900. This is a fucking bargain with the pattern that I just fucking disclosed. So let's see. All right, so let me get in on this here real quick. All right, so I'm in at 6,925. Just got filled on that. Let me send this out to the team right here. Let's buy ES at 6900.25. 6,900.25. All right, so I'm in on that. Sending it out to the team right now. So yeah, these trades spike a fuck ton. If you go green to red on a trade that spikes, you're a fucking degenerate. Why'd you buy it in the first place? So if 20 points isn't enough, then don't trade, dude. Don't fucking trade. If it's not enough when I buy at the exact lows, then I don't know what to fucking tell you. All right, so I'm in on E fucking S, and on that. Another win. Done. It's like, motherfuckers, I'm sealed. Do you understand? When someone is sealed, they win 24 fucking 7. They can't be touched. They can't lose. They're fucking sealed. It's just who they are. And I'm fucking sealed, dude. I'm sealed into the realm of fucking unlimited fucking winning and printing. Regardless of what happens or what anyone says, I'm fucking sealed. It's unfucking touchable. So we go back to SPY and we'll see. I'm gonna win again because I always fucking print 24 fucking 7. So yeah, it looks like we're setting up for a spike first, and then we drop, you know? So as long as it spikes, I'll be green, and I won't go green to red because I'm not a degenerate. So yeah, we're fairly established for a spike first. You know, you motherfuckers need to get on this future shit. We could have a small little drop right here at 688.80, but my futures trade will be up 10 plus points by then, so I'll be chilling, you know. But yeah, that looks like a nice little trade there. So anyways, the most aligned thing to happen is what the fuck I just said, because everyone knows if they watch the content, this is the most truthful channel in history, and everything I say is fucking happening. So yeah, this is what it looks like. We got the long leg spike, drop, double top, drop, fucked up, break, retest, spike, drop, right? Remember how I said if it spikes, it's going to get back some gains to the close. So it looks like the same shit's happening. Spike, spike. So look, tomorrow, this is what you need to do. You need to compare the price action, right? See if it's reacting similar to February 23rd to February 24th. And in terms of where we're at in this stage, just to fucking show you, this is where we're at. So look, last time this pattern formed, the market quickly went back up to this break and retest level right here, and it started to top towards those pre-market highs, right? So if you look at this, this is where the market started to drop. So this actually means that our best level for puts is going to be right here towards 693. So your best level for puts is 693. You can try to get in and out at 691.60. You need the best confirmation if you're going with the gap, and only go with the gap if the market's having a big gap down and we get confirmation. But look, your best fucking level for puts, regardless, is 693.50. That's your absolute best level. I genuinely don't see how someone could lose money tomorrow if they just bought puts at 693. I don't fucking see it, even on a strong bullish trend day. At the gap, you're gonna need confirmation and really only consideration. If it's a big gap down, right now we're gapping up and my futures trade is already fucking printing because the more I talk, the more the shit's gonna go up because that's just how my life works. When I buy something and start talking about it, it just keeps on going up, you know? So, anyways, it's gravitating towards the highs. It's already trying to gravitate and fuck towards the highs. You know, we got some magnetism, right? The field is definitely open. Magnetism area, magnetism area. Dude, this pattern's peak. Guys, if you're not using February 23rd and 4th, you're fucked. If nobody's showing you this, they're fucked. They shouldn't be in the markets. This is the most simplest and easiest pattern to fucking date. And last time we formed dojis like this in extended hours, the market fucking ripped like crazy. The market fucking ripped like crazy. I mean, let's just go back and study when SPY was on a dip and it formed dojis during extended hours on a 30-minute chart. Oh, here's a doji at an oversold level. It spiked. Remember I told you the best thing to do this week was just to buy the fucking at the oversold levels. And remember I told, oh dude, all of our levels for puts worked. Every single level I gave you for puts worked. This shit is fucking crazy, dude. If we just go back and look on the 30-minute chart, every time SPY dipped in a doji formed on a 30-minute chart, it just kept spiking. This isn't a dip. This is resistance. You see the resistance, 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 roofs, right? Doji sell off. Support, 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 doji, spike, right? Dude, this shit's spiking in the past 30 days. Every fucking time it formed a doji. And I'm sitting here saying, I literally just bought ES off of fucking doji, dude. Off of fucking doji. Do you understand? Off the doji, motherfuckers. What do you guys know about off the doji? You know? I'm sure motherfuckers know some other shit off the whatever the fuck. Dude, I'm off the doji. If you want to know what I'm off the fucking doji. Doji's at support right here. I'm off the doji. I'm buying ES. Doji's off support right here. I'm off the doji. I'm buying fucking ES. Doji right here. I'm off the doji. I'm buying ES. So yes, I am off the dojis. I will admit it. It's 100% certain that I'm off the fucking dojis. Now that we've established that I'm off the fucking dojis, um, what you need to understand is the market is repeating a pattern to the exact T where we're gonna fuck. And if you're not fucking, you're fucked. And if you're not, you know, if you're not fucking, you're fucked. You're absolutely fucked. You guys need to fuck. You know, in this channel, everyone fucks and they win. If that's not you, then you're genuinely fucked. So we got this trend reversal, resistance, break, and retest. Trend reversal, resistance, break, and retest. We got the doji that fucks. I'm off the doji right now. And then we got the massive spike, buy oversold dips, massive fucking spike. And then we got some small little drops. And you see these little drops right here in terms of where I think these little drops are going to happen. I think these drops are most likely to happen right here at 692. Quick scalp on puts against the trend. What do you know about it? 693.50. Quick scalp on puts against the trend. What do you know about it? What do you know about when SPY goes above 692 and we know it's going to drop first? So we just get in and we buy 692, put that's barely out of the money, quickly sell it deep in the money before it pushes higher on a bullish day. And then we do the same fucking thing that I just said at 693. Do you understand? There's no channel in existence who is telling you exactly what the fuck is going to happen. Right now, you want to know what's going to happen? The market's on track to spike and it's on track to gravitate towards this level. You want to know where the market's going to drop first? If that happens, the market's going to try to drop first right here at 692 and right here at 693.50, which is the best level for puts. We know all of this in advance. Do you think it's by accident that we're making these futures trades and holding them and winning every single fucking time? We see the fucking future, dude. I have the visions. I saw all the motherfucking visions, dude. I'm looking at this pattern right now. I'm sitting here saying, dude, I'm primed. I am fucking primed. Oh my gosh. Fucking peak. Peak fucking winning. Peak fucking energy. Peak fucking alignment. Everything is fucking peaked. If you guys are losing money in this market, this shit is genuinely not for you. It's just not for you, dude. Every single futures trade I make works. People are still red. Oh my gosh. Dude, I was looking at my comments. I was looking at some of these comments. I'm like, dude, are these motherfuckers delusional? Are these motherfuckers really acting like I didn't say to buy calls at 680 fucking 5? Like, man, you could be fucking perfect and people will still act like you're not that guy. I'm like, dude, we win 24 fucking 7, regardless of what the fuck it said. So, yeah, it's unlimited winning, man. But if you bought calls at 685, you motherfuckers should have been so fucking green. Dude, the trade on ES went up 20 points. I don't know what the fuck they want from me. I bought a trade that went up 20 points. I got people complaining. And it's like, dude, I bought the trade at the lows. Like, what the fuck do they want from me? I bought the trade at the exact lows. The shit went up 20 points. I'm sitting here saying, dude, the only people you could please in this world are the rich motherfuckers. Oh my gosh. That's about it, dude. I'm trying to find all the genius rich motherfuckers. Everyone else that these people can't be fucking pleased. You can be perfect. These motherfuckers are still fucking delusional motherfuckers. So, anyways, losing's a personal choice. We're green 24 fucking 7. If you're not, it's a personal issue, personal problem. Can't relate. I'm green every single fucking time, every single fucking day. This shit fucking works, dude. There's no channel in historic. There's not a single person in this entire nation who told you to buy calls at 685. Yet somehow people are still red. I bought ES and it spiked 20 points, yet somehow people are still red. G-Roar bought puts at market open at 48 cents, and we added to the winners and we sold those puts for a 300% win. Somehow people are still red. And people think I have sympathy for some motherfucker in my comments. I'm like, dude, if you're in my comments complaining, bitching, or whining some shit, you're fucking delusional. We are winning 24 fucking 7. So guys, losing to personal choice, that's the game plan. I would say that we print, we fuck, we win 24 fucking 7. I would say that nobody's on the shit that we're on. I mean, right now I'm off the doji if you're wondering what the fuck I'm on. The energy that I'm on right now, it's off of doji, but it's not established off of that. It took a very, very long time to acquire and figure out the energy that I've acquired. So and to be sealed the way that I'm sealed. Yeah. So anyways, losing's a personal choice. I highly recommend that you get the program of winning because that's all we do is fucking win. I could go into break a trend, so yeah, let's go into break a trend. If the market gap's down, well, look, if the market does gap down, there is no. If the market gaps down, we buy puts at the gap for a gap close reversal, and then we look for a quick scalp, a quick bounce on calls at 686, and then we look for a bounce on calls right between right here, right? So just remember, if the market gaps down, we're eyeing puts at 689.30, and we're eyeing calls at 686 for a quick bounce. It's going to try to push lower. And then for a better bounce, in between 683 best level, 681.50 to 682, right? If the market gaps up, you can potentially look for calls towards a higher level, and that higher level is going to be towards 687.50 to 689. Use the best confirmations in between that zone. And then quick scalp on puts, 692 and 693.50, right? So if the market gaps up, you look for the higher level on calls, but you need to use a confirmation, right? 688 to 689. Use the confirmation. Also look at 690. Break and retest, green, red, green, bullish 30-minute candlestick confirmations, right? Just study every single time green, red, green, higher support, green, double red, green, higher support. You get the point. Gap up, 688 to 690. Call zone. You must use confirmations. Quick in and out on puts, 692, 693.50. 693.50, you don't need a confirmation. 692, you can kind of just get in, get out, try to use a confirmation, maybe a lower time frame. And then if the market gaps down, IM puts it 689.30 and then still puts it at higher levels, but where IM puts it at lower level, right? So remember, gap down, we're looking for puts at previous closing price. Gap up, we're looking for calls at previous closing price. But you need to use confirmations. Use a fucking confirmation. And then if we do gap down, we're eyeing calls at 686, and we're eyeing calls at 683 to 682, and that's fucking it. Use the confirmations, use the 30-minute chart. We're gonna fucking print. Use this game plan. It's the best game plan in the nation. There's not a better game plan in fucking existence. You know, at the end of the day, there's not a better game plan to fucking exist. We have the absolute best game plan. So, in terms of the trades, um, I absolutely crushed it on SPY calls. I ended up going with, well, here, let's get into trade on futures first. So at 10:43 p.m., I disclosed this in my game plan. You had plenty of time to get in. I bought ES at 6951.25. I literally got in at the exact fucking lows on that. And if you look at ES, you're gonna see that I got in at the exact fucking lows, and this shit spiked 20 points. But somehow, some way, some degenerate is red or bitching and whining in my complaint. It's like, dude, I can't relate to broke people. There's just not, it's not my DNA to be broke. Like, even if I went broke, it's not my DNA. I would just get rich again. I would just get rich 24 fucking 7. Like, dude, this shit is like fucking crazy. Like, I literally bought the lows of fucking ES. These are the fucking lows right here at fucking 6945. I literally got in towards the exact lows, and this shit went up 6970. And it started selling off when it formed the bearish doji at resistance, right? You guys are all well aware towards that 695 plus, we were eyeing puts, great level for puts. So my trade on ES worked. And then after that, I automatically bought calls when we hit 685. I didn't even alert it. And the reason why I didn't alert that I bought calls is because when a level is automated, which is very, very rare, there's probably like maybe two to three, probably two automated levels a week, right? They're very, very rare. Gotta wait for them to hit and the best levels, and you just get in, get out. You just get in, set your profit stops, move the profit stops up higher. I didn't even alert that I bought calls because it was an automated level. And the reason why I didn't alert that I got in is because I told people to just automatically get in, you know? If people don't know how to trade, they shouldn't trade. If they need me to like dude, if I tell someone like You need to automatically do this when it happens. If they can't follow that instruction, I don't even want them to follow my trade. That's why when a level is automated, I really don't even alert the trade because it's all you have to do. The alert is a price alert. You just set a price alert. Like if these motherfuckers don't know like what strike to buy, if they don't know how to trade, then don't even fucking trade. Like at the end of the day, I don't want people to just solely blindly follow every fucking thing I do, but it's like you have to know how to trade to actually trade. So if I tell someone to just automatically get at this level, they should know like what strike to choose. And they should know like they should look at the chart and be like, okay, these are some decent profit targets. And set a profit stop, move the profit stop higher. Like, dude, if people need to be told to do that, when I tell them to automatically buy, then I would say don't even buy. Don't even fucking trade. Like, dude, I don't want people automatically buying into my shit if they don't even know how to fucking trade. Because that shit's not for fucking them. So you're not really gonna see me alerting automated levels unless I just genuinely want to. I don't have to. It's automated. An automated level means you just get in, you get out, with or without my presence. If people don't know what contracts to select, if people don't know somewhat of profit targets to select, especially on a trade that's automated with the shit I give out, then I would tell them to just not even fucking trade. Even if I gave out the alert, to not even fucking take it. That's what the fuck I would tell them. Because like, dude, this shit's automated. So, anyways, that printed to a fucking T. And then so those are my two W's on the day. I didn't do anything else besides that. I had my trade on ES. The shit went up 20 points. I bought the lows of futures hour session, which is something that nobody else fucking did. And I bought my SPY calls at the lows. I did not alert any other trades on calls. When SPY hit 685, I bought my calls automatically. And then in terms of GROAR, inside of Teamroar, you get access to a real-time zero-day option trade alert system. You're gonna see that the first trade at market open was a massive win. Look at this. We bought puts at market open. 686 buy puts for 48 cents. Add, double the position, double the wins. Triple it. Triple the position size, triple the wins. This is how we win. We win big by adding to winners and making bigger wins than our losses. The most we can lose is 100%, which is our max risk per trade. Same loss someone has when they get stopped out, but we don't use stop losses. We just put in our max risk per trade into the trades. And we actually add multiple max risk to our trades, but only to winners. And we set profit stops to ensure that our winners don't go green to red. So if you add to winners instead of profit stop, it's impossible to go green to red while you're adding positions without taking on extra risk. So triple the position size. We were in at 48 cents. We sold that at 133 cents, right? So in terms of that overall trade, that's like 100. That's a very nice percentage return. You would have made nearly 200 fucking percent, 150% plus on that. And then the contracts went all the way to 283 cents. So this is where we got you in at. We bought these puts at the exact lows when SPY was at the peak. Same way we bought ES at the exact lows. And both of the trades had massive spikes. Both of the trades worked, right? So losing is genuinely a personal choice. When you buy ES at the lows and it spikes 20 points, and then you buy 686 buy puts at 48 cents, and you add to the winners to triple the position size, and the trade goes to 300 cents, do the math. 50 to fucking 300, dude. Making 500% on that. And you're tripling your position size, which triple the gains. And on your losses, the most you lose is 100%, and you're not adding to losers. So it's impossible to be read in this fucking group. It really is. I don't see how the fuck someone could be read in this group. If you're buying puts at 48 and the shit goes to 300 and you're adding, which triples the gains, how the fuck is someone going to be red if we have an L? The L is going to be so small that people aren't even going to think it's a fucking L. They're going to be like, did my broker start charging me like higher commissions or something? Like what is like a small little drop in their profits? Like, dude, it's a fucking commission. A loss isn't even a fucking loss. It's just a commission to get to the next fucking L. That's the shit that we're on. I told you I'm off a doji right now. Look at this shit, dude. SPY's spiking. I'm off a motherfucking doji right now and SPY's breaking out. Look at my trade on ES. The shit's already printing. Dude, it's fucking air. It's unlimited fucking free money. This shit is cracked. It's gonna fill this gap and then try to fucking rally once it goes above this gap. Futures is fucking air. This shit just prints 24 fucking 7. It's the easiest way to fucking win, dude. Fucking A. Make money in your sleep. Hold the fucking trades. Sell in the morning. So there's no other group on this planet that got you a 300% win, and you could have made 500% on puts that fucking quickly, and we tripled the position size, right? So after that massive win, we had a loss. Everyone knows if you choose to keep on trading after you're green, the most you risk is 25 to 50% of your gains. You get to decide on how you risk that. So typically per day, we'll have 4 to 6 trades, sometimes a little bit more. So just make sure that you're risking less than your previous win, and make sure that you're never risking more than half of your profits and spread that out. You should be able, especially if you have somewhat of an account size, to take a couple more trades without risking half your gains. If you're not able to do that, your account's too small, you're not making enough money, which means you have to walk away or you have to trade less. You can't make X amount of trades. You do the math. The contracts are very, very similar in price. And you know, every single day there's usually 4 to 6 trades, and the trades are around $50 a contract. SPX is around 100 to 150, sometimes lower at times, right? So you know what the fuck to do. You know what you can do. It's your account. Be financially responsible. Take the proper risk. If you're not going to walk the fuck away, you need to map out how many trades and how many contracts can I buy for each trade, right? Do you want to make one trade and buy more contracts, or do you want to make multiple trades and buy less contracts? You get to decide on what you can do with your account size. Just make sure you never risk going green to red. If you give back more than half your profits, you're a fucking degenerate and you need to get the fuck out of this group. And the reason why I say that is this is the most sacred, rare group on the fucking planet that actually makes traders money and gives you the best trades. So if you have the fucking audacity to go green to fucking red on the most simplest, easiest trading system on the fucking planet, you have no business trading or being fucking in here if you can't manage your risk and manage your emotions when everything is fucking predetermined. You know, every single day there's typically average amount of X trades. Some days more, some days less. You know the number. You know the prices of the contracts. You know your account size. You know your profits, right? Choosing to be a fucking degenerate is a fucking choice, you know? And if you're a fucking degenerate, then you have no business fucking trading in the fucking first place. So, 678 SPY puts for 48 cents, 37 cents. It didn't work out, which is completely fine because we won first. Even if the loss came first and we started red, it doesn't matter regardless because the wins are always bigger than the losses. The loss is 100%, your max risk per trade. The win is 200% plus, and we tripled our position size, which means triple the gains. And we set profit stops to ensure that we don't go green to red. The only way to win bigger is to hold your trades and buy cheap, low risk, far out of the money zero date options and increase your position size without taking on extra risk by setting profit stops. You know, you want to take big position sizes without taking big risk? The secret is to add to winners and set profit stops. That's how you do it. If you add to a loser and set a stop loss, you get stopped out, you lose more money, and then if the trend works in your favor, well, you can't hold the you can't hold the trade. You got stopped out because you set a stop loss. You know? And how the fuck are you gonna hold a trade if you're sizing in too big? Unless you sized in too big to a winner and set a profit stop, then you can hold the trade. Because you either profit stopped out in the green or you're holding that fucking trade if it goes straight in your favor, dude. Look at this. The more I talk, the more ES goes up. Do you think it's by fucking accident that I'm buying ES towards the exact lows during every futures hours trading fucking session? Do you think it's by fucking accident that I make a video saying this is the best level to automatically buy calls at 685 and it was the exact lows? And yet people are still red. I'm sitting here saying, good. That's a mix of market. You want to be red when it's the easiest time to make money? Good. Be fucking red. Be fucking bitter. Stay fucking mad. Stay fucking hating. That's people's lives, dude. I see that shit every day, dude. You can be the absolute best in your niche, in your work, in your field, and all it attracts is fucking nitpicking, haters, jealousy. People want you to be 100% spot on perfect. I'm like, dude, where are you gonna find this shit anywhere fucking else? You know what the fuck it took to get to this fucking level of fucking winning and fucking printing? Everything I fucking say works. Look at this. My trade's going up right now. I'm making money right now as I'm making this video, which is gonna make people money, and then they'll join Team Roar, which makes everyone more money. It's an unlimited money printing machine. Everyone wants this, but not everyone can fucking beat this, you know? Losing is a personal choice, man. So those were the trades. After that, we had a 683 SPY put for 39 cents. Add to the winner, and look, it went to 62 cents. That's 70% win. That's another win, right? So that's 2 wins, 1 loss, and then 6915 SPX calls for 130 cents, and this went to 230 cents. That's another win. 6900 SPX puts for 90 cents. That one didn't work out. So that's a phenomenal day. Losing is genuinely a personal fucking choice, man. With that being said, I'm going to be signing off. I encourage you guys to win and join our group. It is cheap, low risk, far out of the money zero date options. You gain access to a real time zero date options trading alert system. We are the absolute best zero date options traders you will ever fucking find, and we have the best system. No stop losses. Put in your max risk per trade into the trades, right? Same risk you would have if you got stopped out, but you're not getting stopped out. You have the entire day for the zero date options. to go in the money or to go green. And then once you go green, you set profit stops, you move your profit stops up higher so you don't give back the bulk of your profits if the market hasn't moved against your win, and you add to winners to increase your gains. This is the system and the formula to be successful. If you want to trade the most competent and best way, cheap, low risk, far the money zero day options, no stop losses, trade the trend, hold the trades. 7 out of 10 times when we don't time a trade right and it drops over 50%, it comes back to life and it goes green. 7 out of 10 times. And when it goes green, we add. And when we add, it increases the wins. And the wins go up so fucking much because we're adding and the percentage gains are bigger than the percentage losses that losses don't even fucking exist. Win rates don't even matter, dude. With the shit we have, we could be profitable with a win rate as low as 25%. You know, there's systems and styles for every traders. You know, our system and style, we have high win rates. Do we need them? Absolutely fucking not. Do we have them? Absolutely, because we're the fucking best. And that's what comes with the territory of being the fucking best. If you're the best at something over time, the higher and higher your win rate should fucking go up. You know, we're literally optimizing for something that is the most extremely difficult, hard, toughest trading style, but it's the absolute best once you figure it out. And something that most people have low win rates in, and something that most people use stop losses in, and something that most people sell quickly in. We've optimized for the best solution. Hold trades, biggest percentage gains, and the percentage gains are bigger than the losses, and the wins are bigger than the losses because we're adding to our winners and we're making bigger percentage wise, right? Losses are very, very calculated risk. Everything you put into the contracts is what you risk. Obviously, if you add and you increase your position size, you're not risking that because you set your profit stop, which profit stops you out green because you're already green. Losing is personal choice. If you want to trade nonstop alongside us and print and gain access to the best trades in the market, you will see inside of our group. We have the absolute best trades, man. You're going to see. Look at the fucking results, man. Look at the fucking gains. Look at the fucking results. You're going to see inside of our group that you know, there's no other group that gives you trades as good as these when it comes to far the money zero day options. And that's what we have. We have the best real time zero day options trades in the market. We have the best game plans in the market. It's absolutely unfucking deniable. If you're using the game plans, if you're taking the trades, you guys are all well aware that you're not going to be able to find better trades available within the far the money zero day options contract. We have the best overall trades. So if you're serious about making money and joining the group, it's the first link down below within the description. We're going to absolutely crush it. I highly recommend that you join the group because I'm telling you, man, tomorrow is going to be such a simple, easy day to be making money within the market. And we're also going to have some stocks on our radar that we're likely going to be trading zero dates on because stocks going to have their zero dates. And there's many hot stock plays like NVAX. I currently swing traded that one in on. And there's just so many plays on my radar where I'm looking to potentially day trade stocks tomorrow. So it's going to be a very, very special day. And you guys are all well aware that Fridays are known for being our absolute best trading days. So I would highly recommend you join that group because you're going to have a green day so big that you're going to make likely a lot more than what it costs to join and stay in a group, right? If you use the game plans, you should have easily made back what it costs to join a group. So it's the first thing down below in the description if you're serious about investing into the absolute best trades available within the market. With that being said, I'm going to keep holding this trade and I'm going to keep winning because losing is a personal fucking choice.